असली है असली 50 तोला कितना 50 तोला Hi, this is RJ Adarsh from Fever 104 FM. I had the most beautiful, amazing conversations with Mr. Vikram Montrose. He's the composer, singer, songwriter. He has produced amazing, beautiful songs like Kar Har Maidan Fateh and Baba Bolta Hai from the film Sanju. He has also worked on films like Liger, Commando 3, Prasthanam, Sher Shah, etc. He's also an independent musician. Check out the interview right now. Let's dive right in. Let's talk about your beginnings first. How did you become a musician? You are a singer, you're a songwriter, you're a producer as well as composer. So it must have come from a very early age to get into like this stage.
Yes.
So who was the factor who actually got you into this, or what was the factor that got you into this?
Well, I was very clear of what I wanted to do
Mm.
right from the time I started listening to music. So, initially at the early stages of my life, it was obviously the old songs. My dad had gifted me like a carton of HMV cassettes, which had
Okay.
all there was a series that HMV had started at that time, which was called Old is Gold.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So, as per the artists like Kishore Kumar,
Mm.
Mohammad Rafi, Lata ji, Asha ji,
Mm.
unke jitne gaane the, they used to be there. So
Mukesh.
that's how it started.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mukesh. And so that's what I used to listen, and then I used to see who's the composer. And it fascinated me how a song is made. So
Mm.
that was always there. Ki yaar how the thinking happens, how the lyrics and they are composed and everything. And lucky for me, my mom was in music. She was a
Okay.
classically trained singer. So I somewhat understood how the craft was done.
Mm.
Then after when I once I reached in when I was in class, I think ninth, eighth or ninth, that's
Mhm.
when my exposure to international music started happening. I started like everyone else. I started
Mhm.
listening to Nirvana
Yeah.
and Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd, and so it was a slow this. And then I finished my 12th, and
Mm.
by then I had understood my reading and everything. This is what I wanted to do in life, and then I came to Mumbai. Now that
Okay.
is where the real journey started, because I used to play the guitar and used to present songs, but I have never been very great at presenting songs.
Okay.
And yeah, marketing is not my thing. I don't know how to market myself or how to sell my songs.
Okay.
So, in that process, I tried meeting a lot of music producers to, because there was a culture that was just coming in, where the composers used to make scratches with the music and all, make the
Okay.
singer sing and present it.
Okay. Okay.
So, yeah. So,
Like a teaser
and
that comes these
like
days.
a teaser
Yeah.
kind of a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, so that started, and, I tried meeting a lot of music producers, but then some were busy and some were too expensive. And
Mm.
so I thought, yeah, how to actually do it. So then
Mm.
my main thing in Mumbai was to survive. So I was working in call centers. I got a job in call centers, and simultaneously, because I was working in call centers, I could get a personal loan from a bank after 6 7 months of job.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
that's
Okay.
when I bought a small setup and I started learning music production. So it took me almost 2 3 years to actually
Mhm.
compose and make a song the way I wanted it to sound.
Mhm.
And yeah, so this process actually was from 2005 to almost 2012. uh,
Yes. Yes.
so I
And
gave in that much of time, and this so yeah.
it does take. I mean, like I said, I also was in Mumbai for 2 years between 2018
Yeah.
and 2020.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not from the city, you
Yeah.
have to find ways to survive first, and then you look at like
It's very
what else you
important.
can do with
Yeah.
your.
Yeah.
But of course, coming to 2012, I think that's when you got your first Hindi film composition break.
Yeah.
Sanjay Dutt sir, I think, introduced you into films,
Yeah.
and then I think
Correct.
it took off there. Let's talk a little bit
Yeah.
about the legend, everybody's favorite, and a very versatile actor and a very good human being, I'm sure, because Mr. Sanjay Dutt has,
Yeah.
been a pillar of support to many people from within the industry and from outside the industry as well. So how important has been his contribution in your success or your initial beginnings in the industry?
Well, you know, as we know about Baba, or Sanju sir, he really is the most amazing person I have known in my life. With Sanju sir, he's like a family to me. Like, we all have that person that we call at any time of the day or night if we are going through something and if we want to discuss, or sometimes need guidance from, and he's that person for me.
Oh,
And
that's
yeah,
wonderful.
whether it's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I
Mm.
can I just call him and I tell him what all is going on, or sometimes what should I do, and he's been always there for me. Like,
Okay.
yeah. And musically also,
Hmm.
he has a great sense of music. Like, I'm not saying it just for the sake of saying it, but like, truly, a lot of people think that he's just into rock music, which is not true.
Hmm.
He has introduced me to music and genres that I never thought existed. So it really helped me to, up my game,
Correct.
because
To have a
yeah,
better
so
understanding.
exactly. And about a lot of independent artists that he keeps on making me listen to those songs. He shares his playlists and stuff, and so, and as a human being, I think he's one of the best person that
Yeah.
I've come across in
Yeah.
my life.
That shows. Yeah, that shows, I think, in the way he
Yeah.
speaks, the way he interacts as well. It's
Yes,
very
yes.
nice to know that he has had I think he also gave you an entry or a break of sorts into composing for films, right? Uh,
Yes, he
so-
did. So I was producing music and doing some sound designing stuff for a
Mhm.
film. That's where we met, and we instantly, we clicked and we started talking about music. And then he wanted to listen to a few of my songs,
Mhm.
and that's when he heard the song. And next thing I know, that he gave me Hasmukh Pighal Gaya. There was a
Yeah.
film that was made under his production.
Mhm.
Uh, and I was doing the entire album. He gave me the entire album for the film, which was very rare at that time.
Mhm.
Even now doing an
Mhm.
entire album.
Mhm.
So
Correct.
yeah, well, I worked on that album, but unfortunately, then he had to go to jail to complete his sentence, his
Yeah.
term.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
film didn't work out, and then we he introduced me to Mr. Rajkumar Hirani,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, the
that's
rest
when
is history. The rest is
yeah,
history because Kar Har Maidan Fateh as a song, and you've also composed Baba Bolta Hai Bas
Baba
Ho
bolta hai.
Gaya. Yeah. A
Yes.
very, very fun track that is. So Kar Har
Yep.
Maidan Fateh is this track that like motivates, like if I go to workout, that's there on my playlist because it just motivates someone to do a little, push yourself a little harder, do a little better. And of course, in Mr. Sukhwinder Singh's voice, it sounds
Yeah.
so energetic and
Yes.
so motivating for everyone. How was the journey of the song? Of course, after meeting Rajkumar Hirani sir, it
Yeah.
must have been a very one-on-one interaction with him because he's very clear
Yes, yes,
about
yes.
his
Very
method of
clear.
making. Yeah, so
Yeah,
he
yeah, yeah.
exactly knows what he wants. So how was the
Yes.
journey of creating this beautiful track that's still on people's playlist? Of course, like you said today, when you say song marketing, today
Yeah.
song marketing is all become about making that 10 or 20 seconds of music that can go into a reel that people
Yeah.
recreate on Instagram. But for musicians who have that
Yeah.
fundamental strong and all of these
Yeah.
things, how
Mm.
does it work? The journey of creating a song like
Yeah.
Ramadan Fateh, of course.
See, I always believed in one thing. You
Hmm.
know, there are two kind of songs. Either it's a good song or it's a bad song.
Hmm.
Then in good, obviously there are excellent songs. They are they are average songs. But then actually you cannot I don't think that way. If at all it comes, so I have a vision of my own as a music composer. And that is a good thing also, and sometimes it's a bad thing also for me,
Hmm.
because a lot of times, when we go to a director or a producer, it's easy to actually get your song if
Mm.
you just do what they want to do.
Correct.
But it becomes a little difficult when you try to do your own thing, your
Yeah.
own twist as a
Yeah.
musician.
Yeah.
Because as a musician, you see a song sometimes in a very different way and it works. It
Mm.
was the same with Sanju also when I met Hirani sir, and and he's amazing. Like, he's one of the most humble people that I have come across.
Mm.
I got to learn that a lot from him. And so he explained me the brief, and there was a song I made, a like a demo, and I sent it to him. He kind of liked it,
Mm.
but when I met him, I told him that I'm somehow not happy with the song, and he's like
Mm.
looking at me, "Kya re yaar, why is he saying he's not happy with the song?"
Mm.
And I was like, you give me a few more days, let me get back to you with something else.
Okay.
Because what happened with that first song was that
Mm.
you know I wanted to be a part of that film. So I made the first song was made to make Mr. Rajkumar Hirani happy.
Correct.
That's
That
how it
happens so
works.
many times with us. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly, क्योंकि उनका
Uh,
style है, तो we try to do something. And then but I thought कि यार this is a great, this is one of those opportunities for me that
mm.
can do wonders for me.
Correct.
And I've been waiting for so long
Mm.
for this kind of a thing, and then I have Mr. Rajkumar Rani as a director, and
Mm.
it's a Sanjay Dutt biopic. I have
Mm.
to do something that I believe in,
Mm. Mm.
and that's when Kar Har Maidan Fateh happened. And it had, I just thought about even my journey in Mumbai and how I was actually wanting. So it's a very emotional song for me, and
Yeah. Yeah.
that's when I made that song. Made the demo. I sang it. Our writer Shekhar Astitwa, he wrote the beautiful lyrics for that song, and I
Mm.
presented to him. And hats off to him
Mm.
that he understood where I was coming from, and
Correct.
he took
Correct.
the song.
Yeah, yeah, and the end product is like amazing. Like you said,
Yeah,
the struggles that you yourself faced. Anybody who's going through something and may want to make their lives a little better by pushing themselves a little harder, it's like the perfect song. I love the song.
yes, yes,
The moment I saw the film, I was in love with this song.
yeah,
You have also released a single recently, Gala Teri.
yeah,
How has been the experience of the from you for the receiving, and it has a nice
yeah,
ring to it. What has been the response so far, and how are you enjoying these days composing singles as well as tracks for films?
yeah,
You've also composed Liger Hunt. I
yeah,
just went through that. A very energetic track again for someone for a film like that.
yeah,
So how has been post the release of Sanju and post the release
yeah,
of Kar Har Maidan Fateh? How has the
yeah,
experience been with Galla Teri, with Liger Hunt?
yeah, yeah.
How's it going so far?
Superb, superb. Yeah. Like after Sanju, then I did Prasthanam, which was after, there was a gap of almost 1 year after
Mm,
that. And then I got Prasthanam, which was again Sanjay Dutt production.
mm,
And then after a few months, one of my songs came from Commando 3, which was Tera Baap Aaya. That
mm,
came out. And, then, yeah, so the journey has been very interesting from there to Liger. Liger
mm,
was a great experience. We did two soundtracks for them. One was Liger Hunt, and the other one is called Attack, on which
mm.
they had unveiled the trailer.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So great. I mean, Puri sir is superb. Like, it's great to talk to him and converse with him. And
Mm,
all thanks to Mr. Azim Dayani, who's a music supervisor. He
okay.
got me on board for this one, Liger.
Mm,
In fact, previously we worked on Sher Shah. I did a song in Sher Shah called Jai Hind Ki Sena,
mm,
which I sang as well. And we did Bachchan Pandey ka Maar Khayega.
mm, mm,
So basically, Bachchan Pandey ka Maar Khayega and Liger ka Attack. All has that very Tera Bapaya vibe to
mm,
it.
mm.
So it's into the same family of music and somewhat similar space. I thought
Mm.
I'll only do it before anyone else does it.
Correct, correct, correct.
So yeah.
When you have started it,
So
might as well stick to it and make it your trademark, right? because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
And before
yeah.
anyone else does something to it, it's better I copy my own self and do it. I
Correct.
believe in that.
And just
So
make like, okay, I'm doing this well, so I'll keep doing this as long as it
yeah,
works,
yeah.
kind of
So
also.
every
Yeah.
song of mine, that's what I was deciding with my team. Ki every song of mine that works, there'll be a
Mm.
similar two more songs that I'll be doing. So now this two is done, three in total. Now we'll change the style.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
going to ask that only because right now the coming of age vibe, or that those energetic
yeah,
tracks, is this your
yeah,
thing? Is this what is working? Because even the films are like that. I mean,
yeah,
when you're composing for films, you
yeah,
obviously have
yeah.
to take the story into consideration. So
100%, 100%.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
See,
working out. Yeah,
yeah,
tell me.
see, I'm more of a, I love this genre, first of all. Like, I love action genre because we've grown up watching heroes like, Sanjay Dutt, Sunny Deol, and, even in this, like, when we were kids, like, we used to watch Bachchan Saab and all, and those high speed entries.
Mhm.
I've been a fan of, Mukul Anand kind of cinemas and, wide angle, wide frames,
Yeah,
I love that heroism in films, which I somewhat feel I love making that kind of music, as simple as that. So
correct.
I make it. I have more action songs coming in,
Mhm.
and yeah, so that this genre always excites me a lot.
Talking about this genre, of course,
Yeah,
I'm from Bangalore. Very
okay.
proud of KGF franchisee, because after a long
Yeah,
time, of course, South Indian films are doing well, but
yeah,
Kannada
yeah,
films in particular have not
yeah.
come out that well in the recent past.
Uh,
But of course, KGF broke all barriers. KGF 2
Broke
as well,
everything.
and
Yeah,
I heard your track, that intro of Adhira,
yeah,
which
yeah, yeah.
Which Sanju sir has acted on. That
Correct, correct.
also you have composed. It's also a very high energy track. I mean,
Yeah.
I think you understand the psyche of Sanju sir and the characters that he's doing of late. So that does that make that easy to create these things? And also, what do you think about the pan India films coming of late? Pan India films like
Yeah.
KGF from the south coming and making it big,
Correct,
and of course Liger right now that you've worked on.
yeah.
Are
Correct.
there more in the kitty for you? Because you said you love these over the top action films with
Yeah, yeah.
heroism, and that is mostly
100%.
coming from the south, like now, because pan India is also a very huge concept. uh,
Correct.
do you enjoy making music for south films that is pan India in nature?
Yeah, yeah, 100%. I enjoy making music for any director or any film who allows me to do my thing. It's as
Hmm,
simple as
hmm,
that. As
hmm,
long as I can be myself making music, give my own twist to it, it's a great environment to work with. You know, whether it's anything, I love making music at the end of the day.
hmm,
So yeah, and in fact, in Liger, it was a great experience in particular because all the songs are in four languages. They were recorded in four languages. So
hmm.
Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, Kannada, and Hindi.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah. So
okay.
it's as a composer, it's a great experience. So they were all
Correct.
composed in Hindi first, and
And then you write lyrics for that language and then compose it
exactly, and then they were
again,
dubbed and recorded. And I
produced.
think Liger Hunt in particular is doing really good in the Telugu this. So yeah, so it's a great experience. I think
How was it interacting with Mr. Prashant Neel? I think, did you get to interact with him because he was the director for
no, I
KGF
did
2?
not.
Okay.
No, I
Okay.
did not get to interact with him. It was more with a like a one-on-one, always with Sanjay Dutt.
Okay.
So
Okay. Cool.
yeah,
Cool.
but I came to
Because,
know that he loved the song. That is,
okay.
uh,
Nice. Of course he did. I mean, it's a very beautiful song. Okay. My next question is, uh, I mean, you are composing for films as well, but
mhm,
your singles are also coming out, because
mhm.
Gori Hai is your next track that's going to release soon. I just saw the teaser of it on your
Yeah,
Instagram.
it came out. It came out today. I think. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Uh,
And Galla Teri,
yes.
you're doing a couple of singles as well. Of course,
Yeah.
today in today's age, with Spotify and Apple Music and all the other streaming platforms where independent music is loved and appreciated as much as film
Yes.
music, it's also getting that kind of exposure because of these streaming
Yeah.
platforms. Which do you enjoy more? Because I'm sure there are benefits for both. Because you have a story in hand, you have someone explaining the plot to you in hand. So does
Mhm.
that make it easier for you, or do you enjoy independent music because you're free to do whatever you want?
No, I enjoy actually, to tell you the truth, like I enjoy both because
Okay.
making music for a film,
Hmm.
it's a different challenge. It needs, it's a different craft altogether. Like
Hmm. Hmm.
now, there are two ways a song is made for a film. One is
Hmm.
that you have a song and it is put in a film, or it
Hmm.
just happens that it fits a film. And then there is
Hmm.
a song where there is a one-on-one interaction with the director. You
Hmm.
get to know the actor, you get to know the writer. It's a
Hmm.
you interact with the ADs, you interact with the production team. The studio
Hmm.
vibe is there. I
Hmm.
love that. That is how the song in Sanju was made. That is how we did Commando 3. So
Hmm.
that is always a different and it's a challenge because
Hmm.
when you make a song for a film, everyone needs to be on the same page.
Yes, yes, it's a team process.
It's a team process. Plus, you have to understand the character, you have to understand the color of the film,
Hmm.
and you
Yeah.
have to make a song that takes the story forward. Because a lot of times, what happens if your song uh, doesn't work out, it can be a major problem for a film. Yeah, I mean that it creates a jerk in the film, and sometimes you don't realize the biggest reason for a film not working are the songs.
Oh, yeah, yeah, totally possible. Yeah. And
100%,
so many
because
times the reason for film working also is songs. Like so many
also
times
is
I've seen.
songs so many
Yeah,
times.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's a very tricky this, wherein when you see
Yes.
the independent music is an artist thing. The reason why I started my own this YouTube channel and my own label kind of a thing is because with me, I don't wait for a project to work on a song.
Okay.
Like I'll be in a mood and I'll make a song. Like you mentioned Galla Teri. So Galla
Hmm.
Teri was something I was just feeling very tired. I was working on a project. I was working on a film, and
Hmm.
I thought, ki, yaar, so it's a weird thing. Like I get tired and I work on another song, and that just makes me happy. Like a lot of people,
Okay.
yeah, for a
It's like
lot
a
of
break.
people,
Yeah.
exactly. For a lot of
Uh,
people, it is partying, or for a lot of people, it's going for a vacation. But for me, it's just working on a different genre.
That's very
So
productive, I must say. Because
yeah, I
you're
mean,
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
blessing in disguise, yeah.
Yeah.
So I made Galla Teri. I just, that groove came in. I made the groove. I sang the song, and I just played it to my friends, and they were like, "Yeah, this song is very, there's some vibe to it.
Hmm.
It's just I." So I just took it out. You
Hmm.
know, I need that. I love to work as a musician. I need to have that power just to leave my songs out. I don't care if five people listen to it or 500 listen to it, but as long as people are listening to it, it just makes me happy. So I want that power in my hands.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and the song I made, I mean, previous to this, we did Mahia. There was
Hmm.
a song called Mahia, which is sung by a
Yes.
new singer. His name is
Yes.
Bilal, and I
Hmm.
just loved his voice. Yeah,
Hmm.
and I
Hmm.
had this song, and I just wanted people to listen to the voice, like
Oh
more
yeah.
than
Like
me. The way
yeah.
I'm feeling about the song, when are the people gonna listen to it?
Yeah.
So
Some
my thing
things
is
need to
key,
be come out.
exactly, and it's just
Yeah.
I just want to release a lot of audios for people because at the end of the day, audio has life. People
Correct.
love listening to the songs. So
and
yeah,
and
that's
and also sometimes it so happens that
yeah,
you really don't know what works, because sometimes you might have worked for a song, you might have put the least effort, but then it takes off, and so many people come back and say like this is like the one of the
yeah,
best things, and you are like, but I did not like think so much into it, like I just put
yeah,
2 days of my work and then it just took off,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then
And
sometimes of course yeah.
yeah, and I think one more reason is that we tend to underestimate our audience. I feel that's a
Mhm.
big problem. We underestimate the audience big time. We don't understand that with the internet thing, people have access to international music. Everyone is listening here. I mean, they
Yes.
have access to great sounding songs, and so uh, it's very important to actually give something different.
Hmm.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying that every time, we can end up with making an extraordinary song.
Hmm.
Sometimes we can just end up making an average song or below average
Yeah.
or
Hmm.
above average. But
Hmm.
my thing is the intention should be कि यार, at least let's try to, give a different sound, give a different
Yeah.
scanning, give a
Something
different
that's fresh.
voice, something very
Yeah.
fresh
Yeah.
for the people. I mean,
Correct.
that's up to them. They like it, they don't like it. But at least as an artist, we can do it. So that
Yeah.
is why I started this. So I can, just keep my own thing
Yeah.
parallelly. Because till
Yeah.
now, everyone felt that I only do action songs. But these are all love songs I'm doing. And
Correct.
that's the way I think I see love. Like har kisi ka, everyone's expression of love is different.
Hmm.
So when the expression is different, how can all the songs be the same?
Correct, correct, correct.
Yeah.
It's yeah, and also like you said, it's a very nice thing of you. When you said there was this guy called Bilal who's a singer, and you wanted
Yeah,
to
yeah.
bring out that voice to the world,
Yeah, yeah.
because yeah, like that's a very special thing because some things cannot be trapped. Like you need to let it go, and you need to see how much people appreciate it
Yes,
because you
yes.
will know the depth of it. Yeah.
And we didn't realize, the song is that Maya song is doing so well on the streaming services.
Hmm. Hmm.
So in fact, I have one more song that I've done with Bilal, which is gonna come in, I think, 15-20 days or some.
Hmm.
Yeah, and he's sounding amazing on it. In fact, that's the one I'm working on right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's super. Any
Yeah.
plans of making a music video where you are featuring? I mean, do you also have plans of coming in front of the camera? Because I know you have released music audios. You have also released
Yeah.
music videos, but you have
Yeah.
not been on it. Yeah, yeah. So is that also in the pipeline, or is it something you want to do?
I don't know, yeah. Like I, one of my, friends. He's one of my best friends. Yasir, he's a director, and he
Mm.
was telling me, I should feature in a song. But my thing is that you know, or maybe once I learn it or I go through a. So I'm a very, I like doing things when I know at least a little about it.
Okay,
And
makes sense.
there
Yeah,
are
of course.
some things which are a strict no-no for me. Like I know for a fact I cannot romance on the camera. It's not for
Mm,
me. It's not
mm.
happening now. It's never gonna happen. So if it's
Okay.
something that fits in my space and I'm comfortable in, definitely I might. But
Okay.
not the usual thing. So you'll never see me. Like I mean, running around here and there, I can't do it. Or that is something not gonna happen.
Okay, nice. So we are coming to almost the very end. I just want to play a small game with you. Since we are
Yeah.
all Sanju Baba fans, and since I was also in Mumbai, I'll show a little bit of my acting skills with you. And then you have to just guess the name of the movie of the dialogue that I say. All of them are Sanju sir's dialogues.
Okay.
They are just three to four.
Sure.
So the first one goes like, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. It's like, असली है असली 50 तोला 50 तोला कितना 50 तोला. Which one is this?
Super vasto.
Yeah, correct. You got 1 point. Second thing, second dialogue. वहां बाहर कैजुअलिटी में कोई मरने की हालत में रहा तो फॉर्म भरना जरूरी है क्या?
Munna Bhai MBBS.
Yeah, you got it right again. Let's do one last thing. जब दोनों गाल पे पड़े तब क्या करने का ये बाबू ने नहीं बताया अपन को.
That's Lage Raho Munna Bhai.
Yes, you got 3 on 3 right. Congratulations. You really know Sanju Baba's films well. Sorry for the mediocre imitation of
Are
Sanju
no.
sir. But thank you so much for joining us on Fever FM official, and all the best for all your songs.
Thank you so much.
And thank you so much for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.